What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of the KellyCast Podcast. I'm Dan Kelly with the KellyCast, and I forget who this is.
Oh, I was just drafted to the Buffalo Bills this year. As you see, they gave me this gamer. I'll give $100 to anybody who guesses the name on the back of this jersey.
Oh my goodness! That's amazing.
Just kidding, everybody. I'm of course Mike Kelly. Glad to be back on the show, Dan.
Glad to have you. We missed you.
Yeah, I miss being here.
If you guys have not been keeping up with the KellyCast, first of all, what are you doing? Second of all, there is a Countdown to 2023 series going on the YouTube channel, of course, where I count you down via jersey numbers. Today is 51 days. This is the day we're filming. It's not going to go up today. I want to let everybody know, exactly what's going on. And then I had a two-parter go up with myself and a buddy of mine, Zach Jezioro, where we went in depth on the Buffalo Bills schedule predictions. I had them winning 12 games. Zach had them winning 13. What do you think?
I think you guguys could be pretty close, but you could be pretty wrong. It depends on how Josh Allen gets here. So,
well, Josh Allen usually gets here probably by driving or having someone else drive him. I'm not exactly sure.
I got one, so you got to get one in. I get it.
Happens. So this week in the NFL, really the big story has been the running backs, and I think there's potential for a strike. I don't know how likely it would be, but obviously you've seen them all bond on Twitter. McCaffrey, Henry, Barkley, everyone.
Pollard.
Let's start with the problem, right? The problem is there were so many tagged players in the NFL coming up to the deadline where you have to either sign your one-year tender or it's the last day you can work on a long-term deal with your team, right?
Right.
Every player that was tagged was signed to a long-term deal except for the running backs. They're the only position group to not be signed to a long-term deal. That being Josh Jacobs, Saquon Barkley, and Tony Pollard. The franchise tag pays you the top 5 at your position. That's what it is.
Yep.
The top 5 running back position, the franchise tag is only worth $10 million. Now, we say that. Only $10 million, right? For us, it's different.
Poor running backs.
Of course, yeah. But really, teams are refusing to pay. And on the one side, it's business. On the other side, it's football.
Right.
We know that. But the Giants really do rely on Barkley heavily in their system. It's not like Daniel Jones is a top 10 quarterback in the NFL. You can't name the Giants wide receiver core. You really can't.
Nope.
Think about it. One.
Which one is that?
Isaiah Hodgins.
Oh, yeah. Former Bills legend.
Josh Jacobs with the Raiders, he's half of their offense. We don't know who's going to be playing quarterback for them. Obviously, they had Devontae Adams, but what does it matter if your quarterback can't get you the ball? And then, Mike, the Cowboys have a new situation at running back this year. What's going on?
The Cowboys have released Ezekiel, right? So they did. That was a chain of events which caused them to Did they tag him?
They tagged Tony Pollard.
Tony.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, Danny.
And he's going to be a focal point of that offense because we saw Dak throw 17 interceptions last year in limited games. It seemed like he was throwing a pick a game, but that's not true because he didn't play 17 games. He was throwing more than a pick a game in order to reach 17. So the question becomes, Mike, how do you fix this issue? And one that I came across that I thought was interesting, I didn't even put it in your notes because I just want to get your reaction to it here on camera, live in front of KellyCast audience.
Live? I thought this was recording.
It is recorded. It's still live. We're live right now. So the one I saw, it was from a YouTuber named what is it? Wyatt's World. Wyatt's World is his name on YouTube. He's also on TikTok. I watch him all the time. He mentioned that, what would be nice is if the NFL worked out a deal with running backs for when you're drafted in the league, instead of your contract being a 4-year deal with a 5th-year option if you're a first-round pick and 4-year deals for every other pick, that they should get a 2-year deal. Running backs should get a 2-year deal in the draft. That way they can, negotiate their contract when they're still young, because a guy like Isaiah Pacheco for the Kansas City Chiefs is in a tough predicament. He was drafted at 24 years old as a 7th round pick.
Yeah.
He's never going to get a payday, because by the time he's 29 or 30, who's going to want to pay him big money?
True. But, oh God, that's not a terrible idea. I mean, the problem with the running back position is that there's hundreds of them, hundreds.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's flooded. It's like flooding the market. It's like going on. I think like somebody falsely inflating Wall Street. You know what I mean? Like, how much is a running back actually worth? Yeah, there's the few elite guys. Saquon.
And all of them hit free agency, and they don't want to pay
Tony.
any of them.
Nobody gets... Right, because there's the next great running back right behind him. It's a tough situation. I feel for them. I do believe it is an important piece to have to the offense, because you can't throw it all the time. If you throw it all the time, then guess what? Everybody's going to know there's only so many ways you can throw a ball.
And what you're getting at makes sense, because this issue isn't an issue from one side. It's an issue from two sides. It's an issue because the running back position, gets beat up, and you really don't have a lot left in the tank after so many years. But, Mike, I have the top 5 running backs who last won a Super Bowl in front of me. And that's Isaiah Pacheco with the Kansas City Chiefs, Cam Akers with the Los Angeles Rams, Leonard Fournette with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and then Sony Michel and Damian Williams as well. You know what's noticeable about that?
What's that?
None of them are great running backs. And the highest paid player out of those was Leonard Fournette at $2 million per year. So guess what? Guess what, running backs? This is just a fact. I don't mean it in a negative way, but you don't need a top running back to win a Super Bowl. What is every team's goal? Win a Super Bowl.
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree. I got no argument.
It comes down to just as simple as that. I love the running back position. The first guy to get me into football was LaDainian Tomlinson when he was on the San Diego Chargers. I love the running back position, the plays they make, but I don't know where I sit on this argument. I really don't.
Right. That's why I said it's a tough situation. I don't know. I really don't have the answer, and I wish that I did. But, in fairness, I do believe there should be a compromise in the middle between the owners, the running backs, that, you are important, but...
Yeah. We don't want to hold out.
Just understand that you are replaceable.
Mm-hmm. Everyone's replaceable, which is sad to say.
Yeah.
Maybe not everyone in the NFL, but everyone else. All of us average Joes, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
So other than that, a couple signings went down within the last couple of days. The Giants signed Cole Beasley.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting. He lit a fire under me again because he brought up this whole COVID thing again, and and everybody booing him. First off, we did not boo you. I was there at plenty of games that year, and it was bees, not boo. Okay, the guy's never watched a 1990s Buffalo Bills game apparently, and it's just so aggravating. So. Aside from that, I would say decent pickup. DeBall knows how to use them.
He's old as dirt, man.
He's old. Decent pickup. Let's see what they can do, with him. He rectified Jones' career a little bit last year, made him look like a stud. So why can't he do it with a good old friend?
Old. That's why. Father Time still undefeated. He caught Brady. He caught Manning. He caught Adrian Peterson. He's going to catch Cole.
Situational.
Beasley.
Maybe he likes that kind of leader.
Whatever. I'm surprised to see him in the league. Let's just say that.
Fair.
The Baltimore Ravens went out signed a running back for more than what a beer costs at Bill's Stadium. Melvin Gordon got signed to a $3.1 million deal. It seems the Ravens always go into the year with like 4 running backs, and you never know which one's going to start because they all kind of play the same way. They had Gus Edwards. Now you bring in Gordon. You still have, I'm forgetting his name right now. He's injured. J.K. Dobbins. There we go. I pulled it. I can pull names out. You know this.
Yeah, not me.
But add a running back to the list, and the Giants signed a running back too. I'm blanking on his name right now, and it's not going to come to me. But they signed a running back at the same time they signed Beasley. But Mike, it is Madden season, where the ratings are dropping, and we're going to get to our thoughts in a little bit here. How about your record all time against me in Madden?
3 and 1,003.
You're not Nick. I think
it hasn't been that long. But
I think it's like 3 and like 25.
Yeah, you beat me pretty good usually, unless. No. Even if I have good team, if I have Patrick Mahomes, I can't beat you barely.
He beat me with the Chiefs when I was the Texans. I will say that. I will say I lost to the Texans when Mike was the Chiefs, but that's neither here nor there.
So unfair matchup, even for us.
Top 10 rankings. We're gonna start with the quarterbacks. They just dropped yesterday, I believe. And number 1 is Patrick Mahomes at a 99 overall. I don't think we have any argument about it. They didn't give him 99 speed. They didn't give him 99 throw power. I'm fine with it. At the end of the day, I'm good with it. What am I not good with on this list? We'll start with Lamar. Lamar being the 4th ranked quarterback in the NFL in terms of Madden. I guess if you're talking an arcade style football game, which it's not, it's simulation based. I don't see how Lamar's 4th. I really don't. I think Lamar's top 10. But 4th?
Who would you swap out with Lamar if it's not Lamar? Would you put someone like Herbert in his position maybe?
I think I'd go Hurts at a 90, and I think I'd put Lamar at an 87 with Herbert, down there. A name missing from this list, Mike, is Trevor Lawrence. The fact that Trevor Lawrence is rated at an 82, just outside the top 10. He's the 11th ranked quarterback in the game. I think that is ridiculous. If you're naming the top 10 quarterbacks, if you and me are just having a conversation here, which is what we do all the time.
Yeah.
Ask your daughter, why are you guys talking? Why are you guys talking to each other?
Oh, I love that kid.
She's awesome. She's awesome. But Trevor Lawrence comes up. He comes up probably 5th or 6th. When you're thinking of the top 10 quarterbacks in the league.
5th or 6th?
Yes, let's go, right?
You're saying...
Mahomes, Burrow, Allen, Herbert. Who else are you putting up there? I'm not putting Jalen Hurts above Trevor Lawrence. I understand he has a good football team and he made it to the Super Bowl and he had a good year, but I think Trevor Lawrence is the better player.
Yeah, he's got he's got great form. He had some real nice comebacks. Seems like a leader in the locker room. I do have to bring one thing up, though. That picture of the bald head of him is haunting me while talking about it right now.
I shared it. Yeah.
But, yeah, you might have I don't know. I would have him probably maybe at 9, but then who do you drop from 10? Who do you drop from 10? Kurt?
I don't think Dak should be in the top 10.
You don't think Dak? You think he should be like an 82?
If you bump him down to like an 84 and you put Cousins at an 85, I think Tua at an 83 is really low. Like, this is nitpicking, but Burrow over Allen, I hate it. I hate it. I've talked about several people to this, and you're one of the only people that have fought me on it. I think if you swap Burrow and Allen from their respective teams, Allen still produces and Burrow does not.
Let me let me start with this. I fought briefly, and then we agreed on one thing, and that was that they should at least be equal.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I started looking into the stats a lot more after we started having that conversation, and I started pulling a Danny, guys. I started pulling a Danny, and I started getting more and more angry. I'm like, what? What do you mean? How in the world can you have Josh Allen trucking a guy in your commercial, in your release video, and have him a 75 truck?
I didn't know he had 75 truck. That's pretty low. It's probably the highest among quarterbacks, though. Not to mention, they still gave him 99 throw power, the highest in the league. I like that.
Okay.
You know, it's not like they're being the most disrespectful, but I think he should either be tied with Burrow or above him. Tua at an 83 is too low. Herbert at an 87, I think, is fair. And then Rodgers at an 86 really surprises me. Like, I know he had a down year, but it surprises me that EA really dropped him.
Yeah.
A drop of a hat real quick.
What was he last year?
I think it was an 89.
89?
I think so.
Yeah, but I don't know. Yeah, he might have deserved that.
He had a bad year. But it's just surprising. You say his name, right? And what you think of is different than the number that they put next to his name.
Fair. You in the past, but not last year. So
it's still it's still just mind-boggling to me because he's been.
I agree,
so dominant.
mind-boggling that he dropped that much. But you know, I mean, what's been the joke since he's gone to the Jets?
That he's on the Jets.
Brett Favre, the Brett Favre thing. Of course, I'm talking about Brett Favre. But
let's move on to the running backs. I think the running backs. I'm more happy about how they rated the running backs, to be honest with you. I don't see many problems right off the bat. We start off with Nick Chubb at a 97 overall. I think that's fair. Number one running back. McCaffrey at a 96, right behind him. No problem. His injury better be low, though, because he's not the most durable guy.
Right.
We got Jacobs at a 95. Derrick Henry, 94. Barkley at a 93, maybe a little low for Barkley. I don't know. Eckler, 89.
Well, if he's a 93, then he should sign that tender and just let's move along.
I don't know what's going to happen. But to finish off the top 10 here, Jonathan Taylor, 89. Aaron Jones, 88. Tony Pollard, 88. And Joe Mixon at an 87. Nothing really jumps out at me as a problem here. Off the top of my head, at least. If I'm missing something... Guys, let me know in the comments down below who you think should be in the top 10 of these rankings. Like, do you see any problems here? Maybe Jonathan Taylor at an 89 is a little low, but he had a down year last year. We know that.
What about Kamara? He's been a pretty good, decent.
I don't think Kamara had a good year last year either.
So
to be honest.
You think that's why he's only got an 86, but I think his potential is definitely going to be higher for the season.
I'd like to see what he was last year because in 2021, he basically had the same season back to back. He put up 897 yards one year, 898 yards the other.
Okay.
And he dropped from 4 touchdowns to 2. So he had 1 less yard, 2 less touchdowns, 10 more receptions. But really, Kamara hasn't been the same for the last couple of years.
Then I stand corrected.
Where did they put Dalvin? Isn't Dalvin supposed to be here in the top 10? Did I miss Dalvin?
Yeah, where is he?
I think I did. I think Dalvin's like a 91.
Correct!
I don't want to go through the top 10 in the league just because, you know, not everybody cares. even us.
Those are the tongue-tied. Those are the major ones for sure. So
I mean, we could have included wide receivers, but planning a show takes a lot of work.
Absolutely.
I'll tell you that. So today we're kind of going Bills related from here on out. So at center, they gave Mitch Morse a 79, Mike.
A 79?
A 79. He had 3 penalties last year. He allowed 3 sacks, and PFF gave him a 61.4. I hate PFF. I looked it up just because I was curious.
All right.
I don't think Mitch Morse had a bad year last year.
No, that's way low. I think he should be at least mid-80s, don't you?
82, like give me something. Like I think
low 80s, like close to mid, like 83ish.
Yeah, I mean, if I was to compare him around the league, I don't know if I put him in the top 10 conversation, but I'd put him top 15. And I don't know if this is a top 15 rating. I didn't exactly look at that, but I don't like it. I don't like the 79. I really don't. Let's move on to one I'm fairly happy with. Right outside linebacker, Matt Milano. If you had to give him a rating, because you don't know these, and I did it for a reason. I don't want you to know them.
Yeah.
Matt Milano, what would you rate him?
Matt. Oh. He's a 99 in my heart, but in all reality, I would at least 92.
He's an 88.
Come on.
88 for Matt Milano.
88, a guy who drove
a truck through Mike White.
like, oh my goodness.
88, yeah.
Oh, Madden.
We need to talk. Chad Johnson, whoever's doing the ratings this year.
Yeah, he was upset. Mike White.
He'll tell you he's better than an 88. He'll tell you.
Absolutely he will. That is crazy.
Let's get to one where Madden was generous. Generous to the Buffalo Bills. Free safety, Micah Hyde. Micah Hyde stayed in the top 10 of safeties in the NFL. Not just free safeties and strong safeties. He's in the top 10 with an 89 overall. Now, that was nice of them. They didn't have to do that. He only played one game last year. And you're telling me he's an 89? Well, I'll take it.
I think how it works is that since he only had one game, they had to mix in his numbers from the previous year.
I think how it works is they don't have any logic. So you trying to make logic of it.
I am. Leave it alone. I'm only defending you this year because our boy's on the cover. So you get a freebie this year.
We love Micah, but that's generous. That's generous of them to put him up that high.
Yeah, fair. I like it though.
Defensive tackle rankings. Ed Oliver.
Maybe I can beat you with the Bills this year.
Probably not. Ed Oliver. Your thoughts. Where would you put Ed Oliver in terms of Madden ratings if you had to guess?
Ed Oliver?
Mm-hmm.
Probably 87, 6.
81.
81? I'm way off.
Yeah, you're way off.
Am I, but let me ask you though, am I being generous myself?
Are you being generous to Oliver? Yeah.
Yeah.
The highest I would probably put him is an 83.
83? 81?
I'm not super angry at it. I think this is okay. Like Oliver still has a lot to prove.
Yeah, true, fair. Yeah, I mean,
you like him. You have 3 of his jerseys. I get it.
Yeah, I want him to be an 86. He's an inconsistent 86. Let's do that.
If it's Thanksgiving, he's a 99. Let's say that.
He wants that turkey leg.
Daquan Jones, the Bills' second defensive tackle, came in at a 76. So not too shabby. Left tackle, Deion Dawkins. Very cool guy. We met him. He was awesome.
Yes, he was. I'm still waiting on that red jersey, Mr. Dawkins. If you watch this, please.
I'll put the picture up because Mike wanted me to put it up last time. What would you give him? What would you give Deion Dawkins? You had to guess.
Again, another 99 in my heart.
Mm-hmm.
But
don't be pulling it up.
He had a solid year. So I would give him an honest 86.
81.
Come on, man.
81.
Stop it.
Deion Dawkins, 81.
I should have known.
Now, I think he should be an 85. I think 85 is fair. Mid-80s. I'm with you there. Right. Let me tell you that.
All right. Well, at least we're on the same page on that one.
Yeah, I got you. Strong safety. Jordan Poyer for the Buffalo Bills also finished in the top 10 of all safeties. They gave him a 90 overall. I'm happy with that. You know, I think maybe it should be a couple points higher, but because of his age,
Yeah.
I'm happy with a 90 overall. Good for him. He had such a good year, man. He was fighting injuries. He was the only really piece that stayed healthy for Buffalo's defense. We lost Vaughn. We lost Micah.
Everybody injury plague.
Yeah, we lost
Injury plague
everybody.
last year.
Indeed.
I think we all jinxed it because we were bragging about all the
All
3
the luck
years
we had, yeah.
prior.
The right end for the Buffalo Bills is Vonnie Beaver Sean Miller.
Mm-hmm.
And they were generous to him. I'll tell you that. They were generous to Vaughn. But if you had to give him a rating, Mike, what would it be?
Are you saying generous again because of the amount of games missed?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I mean, Vaughn has always been a huge impact player, so I would cap him at least in the low 90s.
Okay.
92.
94.
Okay.
94. I think I can be happy with that. I can be happy with that.
I'll take 94. I crush you with him all the time.
Yeah, Mike's a D-line user.
Yes.
You know how the people of my generation play linebacker or safety? No, Mike is the old school D-line user. He will wreck you. He will wreck your plays, and you won't be able to get anything going. So you got to run the ball to the opposite side. That's the only way to get things working.
It's okay. It's okay, though. I throw like 300 interceptions a game.
Just because you want to throw it up.
That's true. Yeah, I just want Josh Allen to pop.
Let's move to the opposite side of the defensive line.
Okay.
Over at left end is Gregory Rousseau. Groot, as we know him, of course.
All right.
I was pretty happy with this. That's all I'm going to get. 84 for Gregory Rousseau. You got to figure, Mike, 8 sacks really isn't that high. Like, you see people put up 20 nowadays.
Yeah, true.
But
I'm a terrible when it comes to stats. You know,
solid. 84. I can be happy
84?
with that.
Okay,
Be happy with that.
all right.
You know what I can't be happy with, Mike?
No,
Tyler Bass. And the rating they gave Tyler Bass is absolutely criminally insane. Whoever made this needs to be handcuffed and thrown off of a roof.
yeah, you got to give me this one because I can't. We discussed this earlier and I forgot, but I remember being upset about it.
Yeah.
Because
79.
79, and he missed, and you said he missed like 3 kicks.
Yep.
All year.
Yep.
And a 79. How is that even possible? That would be like giving my boy Lindell 80. The guy's missed like 1 point. It's okay. I know I might be over exaggerating, but that is absolutely infuriating.
Cornerbacks, Mike. Cornerbacks. They did our boy Trey. They did our boy a lot better than I thought. You know, Tre'Davious White came back from a torn ACL last year in November, right?
Right.
Against the Detroit Lions in the Thanksgiving game. He really did not play all that well when he played. And, you know, part of that is probably due to rehabbing the injury, and I understand that. They gave him a 90 overall, put him in the top 10 of cornerbacks. I don't think he's in the top 10 of cornerbacks anymore. I think I would put him at like 13 or 14, to be honest with you. I love Tre'Davious White. I'll never forget the day I met him at McDonald's when I said, "You're Tre'Davious White." And he goes, "Yeah, can I get some more barbecue sauce?" And I said, "Bro, you can have all the barbecue sauce you want."
I was gonna say, did you give him the whole that'll be 50 cents?
No, I did not. I did not.
I'm sorry, I'm comping your meal, sir.
I would have if I would have took his order. I would have.
But yeah, I think that is quite generous for the year that he had, but again, what did he play? He only played a few games, so they have to average the last year, right?
He only played a few games the last year too. He got hurt he got hurt at the same time, Thanksgiving.
True. So how many games altogether between
the full season?
It was the full season, and he got hurt early, didn't he? Right.
He got hurt Thanksgiving, and he came back Thanksgiving. So if you average that out, he played he played 1 full season in 2 years.
Right. So they averaged that 1 full season. I'm guaranteeing it.
Maybe. I don't think they have logic. I told you that.
They do. Come on, they have to. They got some sort of logic.
No. Tyler Bass 79.
Listen, we all complain about Madden, but let's go back to Madden 96.
What about it?
Play that. See how glitchy that is.
I'll play
how
it.
messed up that is.
I'll beat you at that too.
Okay, bet. I am going to invest in, not right now, but I'm going to invest in it. And
we'll record it.
We're going to play one game from every single year of Madden that I have. So I think I have it from.
We'll record it.
Okay, cool.
Let's record it.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it, man. Game on.
Madden tournament.
I think I have it starting from 2008.
We'll figure it out.
So.
I think I have 06 on the PS2.
Okay, so 06 and then jump to 08 and we'll see who wins each one.
Other cornerbacks for the Bills, Mike. They're all right. They didn't finish great. Dane Jackson. Where do you think he falls? Madden has not done great by Dane in the past. I don't think I've ever seen him above 80. So I'm going to give you that. I've never seen him above 80. He's not above 80 this year.
Okay. So he's under 80.
Where do you think you would put Dane Jackson?
Where would I, or where do you think that they put them?
Either or. You can give me either or.
Think,
if you want to go guess the Madden rating, I want you to get one of these. I want you to get one of them.
Terrible. They probably
see.
You said they haven't been kind to him in the past, and he's below an 80.
Yep.
So let's go 76.
73.
They didn't even give him a 76, man.
Nope.
They were doing him way dog dirty.
Dane Jackson, 73.
He did pretty well.
I don't think he had a good year last year. I don't think he did. Be that as it may, 73, a little low, I think. I think, 75, I'd be okay with.
Right. Okay. So fair. You win that argument.
I'm not trying to win.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Always try to win.
That's wrong. I'm not being Tracy right now. Beat you down the stairs, I win. Beat you to the door, I win. Ate my food faster than you, I win. I'm not trying to do that.
Okay.
Taron Johnson, Bill's slot corner.
Okay.
One of the top slot corners in the league. They recognize his game. I'll tell you that. They recognize his game. He's not a 90 plus. I'll tell you that. Let's see. Come on, Mike. There's only a couple more left. You got to get one of these on the head. Do it.
All right. You said he's not a 90.
Mm-hmm.
Can I cheat?
Nope.
No cheating?
No cheating. I'll know. If you get it on the head, I'm going to assume you're cheating. I'm going to look over at your screen.
Taron Johnson, who did pretty decent. And yeah, I am cheating. He was an 83.
You
I had to. You said I had to get one right. You didn't say how, so I accidentally hit the next page. He just popped at the top.
Sure. Okay. Well, I'm going to give you one that's not on your list right now.
Okay.
Tight end Dawson Knox.
Okay.
Would you put him in the top 10 of tight ends in the NFL?
Would I? I think I know. I think I know where he's at. I'm pretty sure he is in the top 10 this year.
Okay.
I can't remember what his rating is, but I think he is in the top 10.
Well, he's the 11th ranked tight end in the league. The 11th ranked tight end in terms of Madden.
Oh yeah, that's.
And what do you think you would give him for a rating? And I know you're not cheating because you're not touching your screen, and I'm watching you. I'm watching you.
Okay, fine. I think what I would give him.
Yeah. What would you give him, and then give me your Madden guess? Let's do that. Let's see if you can get it.
Oh, if he's 11th, I mean, I believe he's top 10. Even if he's barely top 10, I believe he's top 10.
Mm-hmm.
At least an 87, 88. 83. He gave him. That's crap. Why? I've had like the same reaction for every single one, but
no, you don't. Trust me, your reactions are pretty damn good. I like it. They gave Dalton Kincaid a 76.
That's not bad for a rookie. I'll take that.
I saw that. I wasn't even looking for Kincaid. I was kind of just going through the roster that they released so far, and I saw him at a 76. I'm like, okay, it's not bad.
Cool.
Running backs. James Cook got a 75, which... It's the Bills' fault that James Cook has a 75 in Madden. It's not James Cook's fault that James Cook has a 75 in Madden.
Yeah, we get like 3 touches last year.
Probably something close to it. I know he fumbled on his first carry. But they should have played him more. They should have played him more because they knew going into the offseason that they weren't going to re-sign Devin Singletary.
I agree. Very much so, but historically, that's how McDermott works with rookie running backs.
I don't like it. Free agent acquisition, Damian Harris got a 79.
Okay.
Solid. He had a good year last year. That's not bad. Going to the wide receivers.
I just saw somebody on one of the helmet collectors pages that was sad that they lost him.
Damian Harris?
Yeah.
A Patriots fan?
Yeah, someone was trying to sell one of his lids on one of those pages, and they were like, tear, and I was like,
That's funny. The wide receivers, Mike, we'll start with the heavy artillery, Stephon Diggs. Do you think he's top 3 wide receivers?
Not if I recall correctly. I think he's a top 4 at like a 93 or something like that.
You think he's top 4? Are you sure?
Not, because I have been wrong this whole entire time. But
welcome to Mike is Wrong.
Yes, that is the actual title episode.
So he's a 96, first of all. So let's start with that. And I think he's the 6th. I think he's the 6th best wide receiver in the game.
6?
I believe. I'm not 100% positive, so I'm gonna fact check myself right now because my friends are already on me for getting one thing wrong in the last video. Aaron, I apologize for having the Sabres record wrong on my graphic. I will be more careful in the future. Please do not unsubscribe to my channel.
Oh, you got the Sabres wrong, man? Come on, man.
He's 5th.
I might have to give you crap about that one.
He's 5th. Stephon Diggs, the 5th ranked wide receiver in the league at a 96, above Jamar Chase at a 94. Very interesting. There's a debate all the time on social media about whether you'd rather have Diggs or Chase.
Yeah, I mean, Chase is fast, man.
Above A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown got a 91. Amari Cooper, 91. The guys he's below are Tyreek Hill, Devontae Adams, obviously the number 1 rated wide receiver, Justin Jefferson, and Cooper Kupp, which I don't like. I think Cooper Kupp should have fallen more based on the fact that he didn't have a good year really last year in terms of what I remember. I mean, Stafford wasn't even healthy. He couldn't have put up too many crazy numbers last year. 812 yards and 6 touchdowns. I get it. Factor in the year before, 1,900 yards, 16 touchdowns, whatever. You shouldn't be still that high with the year you had.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I disagree, man. It's Diggs.
I wasn't talking about Diggs. I was talking about Kupp.
Kupp. Oh yeah.
I was talking about Kupp. Yeah, no. I think Diggs at a 96 is more than fair. I like it. I like him at a 96.
Yeah. They had an awful year. He definitely should have dropped a little bit further than that then.
It's Madden. What are you going to do? The other wide receivers for the Bills, Mike, you're not going to get them right unless you have the page pulled up, which I don't know if you have the page pulled up yet or not. So let's get to it quickly before you do pull up the page. What do you think for Mr. Gabriel Davis?
Gabriel Davis, you said he had a pretty good year.
He did.
Talked about that a couple times.
We have. He did have a pretty solid year. I know all of you guys think he didn't, especially my cousins, the Tebows. Guys, look at his stats. Look at his numbers. It's better than what you think.
All right. Better than what you think. So, in my mind, better than what you think says let me
give you some advice here. Okay.
I know. I understand. He's probably not a 90.
He's a number 2 wide receiver.
I get he's a number 2, so he's definitely in the at least mid 80s or below.
So remember that. Remember that, Mike. Mm-hmm. I'm going to telepathically tell you the answer right now. Look into my eyes. Look into my eyes. You can do it. You can do it. I believe in you. There's only one left, so you better get this right.
For all the money, right? For all of it.
Uh-huh.
It's probably going to be no deal, Howie. so mid 80s, below 85. I'm gonna say probably an 81. 80.
I thought you were gonna
80.
get it, man.
80?
I thought you
79.
were gonna get it. He is an 83
83?
overall.
I undercut
You
myself.
underdid.
I've been overcutting all this time.
I thought you were gonna get it. I heard you say 80. When I heard you say below 85, I'm like, oh, he's got it. He's got it. And then he
Oh, man.
oh my goodness gracious.
Guess I'm going home with nothing, folks. Guess I'm going home with nothing.
The last wide receiver rank that I have here is Deontay Hardy, who was signed by the Bills. He got a 74. You know, I'm okay with
that one.
I don't know too much really about him, to be honest, but those are the Madden ratings that have released so far. You know, we could have talked about the guards and the other tackle position, but I think you and me already know that they're not ranked highly. You know, I mean, I thought if anybody on the offensive line was going to rank highly, it was going to be either Dawkins or Morse, and they did them both 30 in our opinion. So what's the point in looking at the left guard, the right guard, and the right tackle?
Yeah. All right, fair enough.
Some 99 overalls in the game, Mike. Travis Kelce, 99. Fair. Good for him.
It.
He's been amazing.
I once came very close to trading. Well, I don't know how very close it is because the guy ultimately said no anyways. So trading for a Travis Kelce helmet, and I'm honestly glad that I didn't, because now I would hate having a piece of Chiefs memorabilia in my house.
When was this?
Probably about 5 years ago.
Okay, I was gonna say this had to be a long time, because if this guy was offering this to you now or something, I'd be shocked.
Yeah, no, it wasn't his offer to me. I tried to trade for him, but either way,
what did you try to trade?
My Pat Kane signed game
jersey.
The game.
Puck?
No, actual game cover.
The video game.
Yeah, I'm sorry, NHL game cover.
You can't just say game and expect me to know what you mean.
We are on video games. I thought it would correlate.
No.
I apologize, sir. Oh, goodness. Yes, that happened. We just became best friends.
Fair. So I believe, we have training camp coming up soon, and as news comes our way, as stories come our way, there is one more we can talk about. Jordan Addison, the first round pick of the Minnesota Vikings, was cited for reckless driving and speeding.
Yep.
Going 120 miles per hour in a zone that was, I believe, 60. First of all, why do you have the need to go 120 miles per hour? Second of all, you were just drafted into the National Football League. You've been fighting for this probably your entire life, and you're willing to give it all away to drive a car really fast.
First off, I'd like to say you're bringing this up right before I'm about to go to Vegas next week to drive really fast. But I absolutely
controlled environment.
Agree.
You're in a controlled environment.
Exactly. There's no need. You're risking your life. You're risking other people's lives. Did they say it was a DWI or just
Nope.
fast? Okay.
No, nothing about that.
Regardless, that you might as well have been drinking and driving. It's
well, thank the Lord he wasn't, because this could have been a situation like we saw from Henry Ruggs, which
it's a teachable situation, so that he thank goodness, like you said, that he didn't. It wasn't alcohol.
Yeah, no, I'm not ready to massacre Jordan Addison. I'm not ready to say, oh my
not
God,
like the
this guy
biggest crime in the world.
I'm not saying this guy is the worst guy, in the league or anything like that. But I think really you got to get your head out of your ass. And I'm going to leave that in because I don't curse on this channel, but I think that is a necessary one.
Again, sir, no arguments for me. I really don't. I agree. Just get it. They hold these classes for a reason. They listen to the people trying to teach you. They've been there. They're there for you, for your benefit. You got one shot to make your dream come true. And it's all gone in a moment. Whether it's an injury, whether it's a crime where you're breaking the rules so bad that you're out of the NFL forever. Don't do it. Don't do it.
I like that. I like that a lot. Guys, we want to thank you for sticking through this video. Obviously, it's hard to find topics. I think you and me, we love Madden. We might not play it every day, but we love the game. We love what it stands for. Hopefully, this game is going to be a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, you lose a lot. But
I certainly probably will, but I'll let you in on a little secret. I started the other day on all the training modes, so I will be ready, sir.
That's funny because I don't train. I don't need to.
It's okay. I'm old, remember?
I'm a natural.
I used to be, but the fingers don't work as fast as they used to. But I have been practicing, and I am very ready, sir.
We want to thank you for learning and laughing with us here at the KellyCast, and we'll see you next time. For Dan, for Mike, we're signing off. Give him a salute, Mike.